Hey, what's up? Friends, fans, followers, a-woers and a-wooers, normies and meme lords. It's me, ya boy, Purple Cat. I'm gonna turn this game down here a little bit. So let's get right into Arcade Spirits. Last time I learned a little bit about Percy. And let's just load this here. Let's see, here, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more because I can barely hear myself. Alright, there we go, that's better. Alright. Time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up. After the quiet mornings, more kids coming in after school, more pro gamers rolling in with crews. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs taking care of, when I'm intercepted en route. Uh-oh. It's Gavin. Ashley's cool, but Gavin's a bit... I like how they all have the game logo on them. The game logo is this little 8-bit monster thing. Neko-chan, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left.
Ooh, what's up?
Hazma's up. What? I don't know what or who that is.
Okay.
He is? Huh. Okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Neko-chan, you'll be flying solo today. Okay, are they doing a drug deal or something? What is this? I'm confused. Hang on. What's happening exactly? Who's Hazma? See? Hazma's a game finder, an auctioneer. He gives next to no notice when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the funplex. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts, but Percy's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs to be doing is great and all, but maybe I need to step up a bit more. Okay, I'm gonna turn the game back up a little bit. Plus, the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. Hey, what gives? You're trusting the funplex to the newbie? I might burn it down. I'm a joke. Me? Seriously? Did we learn something from the Great Kitchen Fire incident of 20XX? That Neko-chan exudes an aura of perpetual bad luck? That cruddy old microwave exploding had nothing to do with your pizza rolls.
Pizza bagels!
Thanks, Cyrus. Whatever.
Hey, hang on! I get to say in this too, right? As a fellow floor attendant. I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions. Anyway, let Neko-chan be the third wheel. Let me handle the floor.
I'm down. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met. Trust me. I want to do something more than I've been doing. Different things, new things, something to show some initiative. Like, I suppose it wouldn't change much to bring Neko-chan instead, but no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams.
Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out, one way or another.
I need to go get the van. Wait out up front, please.
We'll probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning, floor attendant Ashley away!
Ashley's cute.
Naomi!
Ooh, and she's in a crop top. That's hot. My favorite wub sub. Leaving me waiting outside with my two traveling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and rental trailer around.
Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. It's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one, shall we?
The four of us pile in, and it's off to the highway. Ooh, I like this music. Oh, look at this. There's me, there's Naomi, Gavin, and Francine snapping in the back. Gavin, consulting a driving map on his phone, leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. Trust me, this will save time in the long run.
Where's Hazma set up this time?
On site at some abandoned estate just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo! So exciting! I love arcade raids!
Arcade auctions.
Raids!
What is this, Twitch? Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine, without looking up from her knitting, answers.
A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders.
So, which is this, a raid or an auction?
It's both, dearie. Hazma, that sweet boy, buys up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate and auctions off his finds. Sort of.
Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember?
Well, okay, so Hazma obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage Burger Time, trademarked, in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family.
In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions that makes us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes, to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored we got an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Gecko's Palace, and help the little guys like us.
It's inefficient, and relies entirely on keeping on Hazma's good side. Huh. Evan's right. Nah, helping out the little guys sounds good here. I'm guessing Hazma's the sort of person who would let a kid have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about the money, he cares about people, am I right?
Correctamundo! Hazma's a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure. But he's got a big heart, and that means something in his business. Not enough big hearts left some days.
Yes, because that's how you pay the bills and keep the doors open, by having a big heart. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out of a trade that's practically a steal, thanks to his personable modus operandi, but let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hazma usually deals in.
What about the off-site storage unit? We could just rotate games in and out more often.
Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill, should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this, above anything else, a way to maintain relations with Hazma, even if we don't end up bidding. Oh wait, I've been saying it wrong. It's Hamza.
Aww.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little fun plots more and more fun, but floor space is finite.
Francine knows what's up.
And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
Well said. Well, is it better to, not just settle and compromise all the time?
Well now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise. As silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are.
Francine is wise.
You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't make rent on your apartment or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. And I've done just that, without regret, so everything should be fine now, right? Right? New default topic diversion. The weather! Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Oh, come on! Oh, that's so cliche, but so good. Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets in, just in case.
That's our Gavin, always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh?
From Hazma's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments the games are already suffering. It's so sad when we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns exposed to the elements and falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, you mean? Okay, Naomi, I know Gavin's a jerk, but stop going at him. A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see a classic in terrible condition. Consider a pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, particularly older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game lie fallow. A waste of true potential. Huh. Good point. Gotta see these two getting along better, even if Naomi keeps preemptively attacking him along the way there. The rain pounding down on the van roof, conversation gets a little bit difficult. Gradually, everybody resumes fiddling about with their phones, knitting, or driving. Leaving me to wonder, exactly where is this auction and/or raid happening? Anyway, we'd been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out into the sticks? Maybe it's some closed-down roller rink or an old bowling alley, or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted with exactly 87,194 ghosts. That music. Ah, the classic Chan Luckin play, so majestically awful. Gavin pulls up alongside any number of other vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site?
Creepy. Definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we?
With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. A large group has gathered in the foyer of the... Foyer? I don't know how to pronounce that. In the foyer of the crumbling estate. But one rushes forward to greet us in a blur, as the others pay him little mind.
Greetings, friends.
Oh, this is Hamza.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome.
I like this guy. I know I can't romance him, but I like him already.
Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Neko-chan. The name.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games. And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Seeker of Antiquity. 1980 is antique? I was unaware Reagan-era amusement machines were antiques on par with the turned shroud. I don't get the joke, but he does, so, I mean, that's cool. You have fire indeed, but rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of a holy nature, by eve's end. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Neko-chan-chan, perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies a small crowd in the room to begin with the proceedings. Friends, companions, longtime allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome to Donnawood. I'm just check my stats really quick. I'm more kind than quirky right now, but I'm kind and quirky, and I'm more with Percy still, but I got some more Naomi points. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago, when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before a tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since. And this year it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. Yeah, I can tell it's on hard times. There's like dust eternally dropping in the corner over here. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably costs more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid or an arcade auction or whatever.
Donna Michaels? I knew it! I should have recognized Donna Wood when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard.
Who?
You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980X.
Naomi, I was born in 1990X.
I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home.
Oh, parody of Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Donna Michaels is probably a parody of some 80s pop star, but I was born in early 2000s, so I'd have no clue.
But first, I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in our arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later!
She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. I suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw in an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate, so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors. Leaving me to, do stuff? Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes his finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. Oh, I'm going with Naomi. I hate Gavin. Gavin sucks. Let's go to my girl, Naomi. I'm really not interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones trademark. I can't find my trademark going on up here. Gavin can handle these guys. So I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up. So I head downstairs to join Naomi. Whoa. I like the lightning effect. That's cool. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually, I locate Naomi, practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT machine, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, heart. Oh, she's so cute. Neko-chan, look, a 2-player variant of TMNT.
Trademarked.
These were only released in the Oceania region. Such a rare find.
Wait, wasn't that game originally 4-player? Why would anybody want a version with only 2 joysticks?
Well, because, I mean, it's rare. It's a find.
And it's less fun.
Not the point.
Oh, sorry, I made you pouty.
Anyway, it's hard to find one of these, 2-player or 4-player. I love to have it in the arcade. I love to have that. And this one. And this one. And... oh, if only I could take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage. Others likely have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but... I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So, not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you. I know, isn't it great?
Okay, is there a nice way to say this? I know you love restoring these games, but do we actually have money for new? I'm not gonna be rude to Naomi. Naomi's my girl. You really love bringing a broken old game back to working order, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely! These games deserve to shine as they once did ages ago! If I can turn back the clock and let them be the way they truly can be, let people play them as they were, in their prime, well, there's no greater feeling. And you enjoy the challenge of restoration, too. Repairing hardware, replacing damaged art, the problem solving of broken monitors. You know me so well, Neko-chan. Exactly! And all of that is admirable. I really love how happy these projects make you, Naomi. But there's a flip side. How much time does it take to restore a game? I'd say if it's in good shape, maybe a few hours. If it's a wreck and needs extra love, a few days, maybe weeks. Parts are on back order. Okay, now think of the games we currently have and how many still need work. Or break down frequently. Can you take on a bunch of new projects? Well, I could make the time work late, right? Even a girl with bottomless energy has her limits. Naomi sighs, frustration building.
It's not fair.
Oh. Okay, guess she's gonna speak for a little bit.
I know. I mean, I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do. So many projects I can actually take on.
Sorry guys, I need a drink of water.
I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more.
Oh, Naomi, I'm sorry.
The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job, too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games. Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that.
Yeah, I wanted to be a RoboCop when I grew up. Just kidding.
Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing. It's all I ever wanted to do.
Aww. Naomi, you're so cute.
So, when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's dedication. And really? You went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny. I followed my heart and found just what I wanted, what I needed, and now, well, now I'm scared. Someday it'll all come to an end. The Funplex will close.
And if the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay, now I feel bad for bringing down her day. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players.
Right?
It's a slim hope, we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice, now I need to make that choice work.
We just need to find the right game. Something nobody's played in a long time. Something that'll tug the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20XX. All of these games are on life support, borrowed time.
But they can be repaired, right?
Well, yeah, for now. But CRTs, the monitors that power these old games, before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody. It's all high definition and that dumb 3D projection tech, which looks awful. Nobody appreciates good CRT anymore. Aren't high-def displays way cheaper, though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades. They're wrong is what they are. These games were designed for pixel-perfect flat panels. They were designed for fuzzy tubes. The picture looks weird on LCD.
Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzy myself on a lot of this stuff. I grew up in the internet age. I'm silicon literate. I got opinions. Let's use LCDs and just bash people over the head to make their vision blurry. But we buy some cheap common names and got them for spare CRTs. Hey, cheap and easy solution to that. Install an LCD, buy a baseball bat. When someone drops a quarter and bonk them on the head. There's always a chance they get amnesia and become a JRPG protagonist as a result, though. You know, if not for the massive lawsuits, I'd love to see you try that. But seriously, it's important to use the right part for the right job. When fixing up a modern game, for instance, I wouldn't force it to use a tube.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Aw, Naomi! Aw. Well, you take my side or Gavin's side. It's just nice to have someone who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know? What? Feeling like I'm not alone? I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly. Well, Ashley is, but ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining, though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone. Anyway, from strangers, crowds, I mean, it's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I'm gonna stop here. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I? Suddenly shouting and stomping of feet from the floor above. What the? Sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there. Why are they fighting? What did I miss? Gavin, what did you do? I think we better go see what's what. And I think I'm gonna stop right here. So thank you everyone for watching. I will see you later. Bye, guys!